Welcome to Wednesday's lesson. I'm Mr. Trotta. Let's get started. All right, you guys are probably eager to start. Word problems, yay. All right, these aren't too bad. We're just doing addition to subtraction word problems, and they're actually not too hard. It only really requires you to pay attention to one key word. So let's jump into it. Toy Store had 679 games. It sold 463 of these games. How many games are at the store now? All right, so the key word in this, and I was referencing that before, is the word sold. If Toy Store had 679 games and it sold 463, that means it got rid of. They don't have them anymore. So that means we're going to have to do a subtraction problem. If it said they had 679 games and then more were delivered to the store, then we would be adding. So in this case, since it said sold, we're getting rid of them, we're going to subtract. So we want to start by writing out our problem, which is going to be 679. We're then going to subtract our 463. And then we can start subtracting. 9 minus 3, I get an answer of 6. 7 minus 6, I have an answer of 1. 6 minus 4, 2. Nice and easy. So I think the real tricky part, though, I wouldn't even say it's tricky. The key part here is making sure that you pay attention to what word they're using. Let's give you one more example. All right, Goran had 594 marbles. He bought 84 marbles. How many marbles does he have now? So this one here, our keyword is going to be bought. So he had 594, and if he bought 84, that means he's adding to his collection. So we're going to have to add here as well. So I'm going to start out by running out this problem of 594. Clean that up a little bit. And then he bought 84, so we're going to be adding 84 to this. And I'm going to scroll up just a little bit. So I'm going to add 4 plus 4. I get an answer of 8. I don't need to carry anything up on top. 9 plus 8, I have an answer of 17. So that means the 7 is going to come down here, and the 1's going to go up on top. 1 plus 5, I have an answer of 6. So he now has 678 marbles. All right. Next example, and this one you're going to try on your own. So Toy Store had 947 games. It sold 515 of these games. How many games are at the store now? Why don't you try that now? Okay, so hopefully you put your answer in. Before that, though, I haven't told any corny jokes yet. So first corny joke. Today I gave away my dead batteries. They were free of charge. Batteries are dead. No charge. Free. Okay. On to the answer. All right, so with this question here, if it sold 515 games, that means we are getting rid of those. We are going to subtract. So the equation I'm going to write here is going to be start off with 947, and I'm going to be subtracting 515 games. So I'm going to do my subtraction. 7 minus 5, I have an answer of 2. 4 minus 1 is 3. 9 minus 5 is 4. So they have 432 games left. All right, on to a different type of problem. And this one looks to be long, but they're actually not that bad. So let's take a look at all the information they're giving to us here. We're asked to describe an increasing or decreasing pattern from a table of values. So here the table we have shows the score on a test for different numbers of questions missed. So if you have 1 question missed, you're going to score 79 points. If you have 2 questions missed, you're going to score 71 points. 3 questions missed, 63 points. 4 questions missed, 55 points, and so on and so forth. So if you were in the ALEKS program, this is what it would look like with each question missed, the score, and you're choosing one, if it's increasing or decreasing, and by how many points. So when you're doing this on Schoology today, there's going to be 2 parts to this. So the first part here, if it is increasing or decreasing, what we're going to look at is we're going to look at these numbers right over here on the right hand side. We want to know if these are increasing or decreasing. So if I'm going from 79 to 71, 63, 55, 47, those numbers are getting smaller, so we want to say that those would be a decreasing pattern. and we're trying to find the pattern, it's not that bad. Let's start with the first two numbers I have here. I'm going to start with 79 and 71. Let's make this a little clearer. There we go. Not the best, but still there. 79 minus 71. 9 minus 1. I have an answer of 8. 7 cancel out, so it looks like I've decreased by 8. I want to see what happens if I do 71 and I subtract 63. 1 minus 3 I can't do, so I'm going to have to borrow from the 7, making this now a 6, and this 1 becomes an 11. 11 minus 3 is 8. 6 minus 6 cancels out. So it looks like on both of these I've gone down by 8. So the answer of this would be, score is decreasing, we said, and it's going to be by 8 points. So it looks like a lot of information, but it's actually not too bad. Let's go into another example, and if you're still feeling a little hesitant, maybe a corny joke would make you feel better. What do you call it when one cow spies on another cow? A stakeout. Yeah, that wasn't too good. All right, so let's start with it as an example here. We're doing the same thing, increasing or decreasing. So let's look at the numbers here. I have 7, 11, 15, and 19. Those numbers are getting bigger, so that means that they would be increasing. So in our bottom here, that would be an increase. All right, so for those wondering why my penmanship is so bad, for some reason on this pen I have to push really hard. I used to not have to do that. So sometimes it's writing, like I'm writing right now, and see, it's only when I really pressed hard that it jumps in there. Get rid of that. All right, so back to the problem here. Now I need to figure out the pattern. So going from 7 to 11 is getting bigger, so I'm adding a number. And 11 to 15, I'm getting bigger, I'm adding another number. So it's usually easier if we work our way backwards and subtract these. So if I do 11 minus 7, I get an answer of 4. And if I work backwards in 15 and 11, I get 15 minus 11. 5 minus 1, I get an answer of 4, and the 1s kind of cancel out. So I'm decreasing here by, when I subtract, I'm decreasing by 4, but the overall pattern, since it's getting bigger, I'm going to be increasing, we said, by that $4 each day. So not too bad. I have one more example which you're going to try on your own. So try that now. All right, let's go over the answer. So if we want to figure out if this is an increasing or decreasing pattern, we're going to look at these numbers, 20, 16, 12, 8, 4. They're getting smaller, so we are saying this is going to be a decreasing pattern. And when we want to figure out how much they're decreasing by, we can just go down from one number to the other. So let's do 20 minus 16. 20 minus 16. I can't do 0 minus 6, so I'm going to have to borrow from the 2 and make this a 1. And this 0 here is going to become a 10. 10 minus 6, I get an answer of 4. And 1 minus 1 cancels out. And if I were to go 16 minus 12, or 12 minus 8, or 8 minus 4, I'm also going to have 4 here. So the answer is going to be, this is decreasing by 4. So you're going to have probably 3 and 3 of each of these types of problems to try on your own in Schoology. So you can try that in just a few minutes. We're going to make it to the end of this video when you're asked for what that secret password is for today. Today's password is 1. O-N-E 1. Put that in and you got full credit for having watched today's video. Again, if you have any questions or you have any concerns, my office hours are posted, so feel free to stop by. And hopefully I'll see you soon. If not, I'll see you tomorrow.